Hello, in this video we're going to go over problem 4 from 2023 University of Maryland High School Math Competition Part 2. Assume every side length of a triangle ABC is more than 2 and two of its angles are given by, one of them is 57 degrees, the other one is 63 degrees. Let me draw a diagram for this one. So we have perhaps B on this side, A here, and this one is C. So this one is 57 degrees. This one is 63 degrees. Point P is chosen on side BC such that BP over PC is 2 to 1. Points M and N are chosen on AB and AC respectively so that BM is equal to 2. CN is equal to 1. And we want to find the distance between P and Q, where Q is the point on MN. The ratio of MQ to QN is 2 to 1, and we want to find the distance between P and Q. Okay, so looking at the ratios and the fact that the distance from B to M and C to N are 2 to 1, I'm tempted to create similar triangles. So how do we create similar triangles? I'm going to connect M and P and extend that. I know BP over PC, that's 2. And I know that this length is 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a parallel from here. If I draw something parallel to AB, I get a point B prime. Now, what I have here is B prime C, that length, divided by BM is equal to 1 to 2 because both of them are the same as PC over BP. So this tells us B prime C, this length is 1. Now that this length is 1, I can connect these two. And I also know this angle is in fact 57 degrees because again B prime C is parallel to AB. So this is 57 degrees. Now in the triangle, if you look at triangle B prime NC, we have one of the angles that is 120 degrees and two of the sides are 1. So we can find B prime N. So B prime N, you can use law of cosine, for example. There are other ways of doing that as well. Prime N squared is equal to 1 squared plus 1 squared minus 2 times 1 times 1 times cosine of 120 degrees. So that's 2 minus 2 times negative 1/2, which is 3. So that tells us B prime N is in fact root 3. Now the question was evaluating the length P to Q. So now we have similar triangles MPQ. So triangle MPQ and triangle MNB prime are similar. So if you write down the ratios, PQ divided by B prime N would be, so PQ divided by B prime N is going to be 2 over 3 because the ratios that we were given, this one is 2, this one is 3. The ratio is 2 over 3 because they told us MQ over QN is 2 to 1, and so is this ratio. These are also 2 to 1. So that means this ratio is 2 to 3. And that tells us PQ is 2/3 B prime N, which is root 3. So the answer is 2/3 of root 3. Now I'm going to give you another solution to this problem. This is also a very interesting solution, which uses vectors. So let me draw the diagram again, and we'll use vectors to evaluate the distance between P and Q. So this requires a little bit of knowledge from vectors. I will discuss everything that is needed before I give you the solution. Okay, so what we need here in order to be able to solve the problem is one interesting fact about vectors. So let's say you have, and this is a pretty simple fact. So let's say you have a segment A to B and a point between A and B. Assume that the ratio of AC to CB is some number lambda. Let's assume that you have a point O outside of this this segment, or even on this segment. I would like to find OC in terms of OB and OA. So if I write down the ratio here, the vector AC is going to be lambda times the vector CB because of the ratio that we have. Now let's write down everything in terms of OA, OB, OC. AC is OC minus OA, and CB is OB minus OC. So if we solve this one for OC, we get OA plus lambda OB divided by 1 plus lambda. So this is the relation between OC and OA and OB. So notice that the ratio here was lambda to 1. Okay, so now let's use that fact here. So we know the ratio here is 2 to 1. So that tells us AP is equal to, by what we just found, it is going to be 2 times AC plus AB divided by 3, divided by 2 plus 1. Now let's find AQ, and then we're going to subtract them, and then we're going to find the length of PQ. So AQ would be 2 times AN plus AM divided by 3. Now the question was evaluating length of PQ. So AQ minus AP is PQ. So let's write this down. So AQ is AN, twice AN, plus AM, and then minus twice AC. So we write it down like this. And then we get AM minus AB here. And all of that divided by 3. So let's see what we get. So PQ is going to be twice AN minus AC is going to be CN, and AM minus AB would be BM, and that divided by 3. Now the question is asking us to find the length of this vector, so we'll use the fact that the length of a vector is the vector dotted with itself. This vector dotted with itself. And both of these have a denominator of 3, so we'll end up getting a denominator of 9. So we get 1/9. Now when we use the dot product here, we get 4 CN dotted with CN plus 2 CN dotted with BM, and then we have plus BM dotted with BM, and another term of 2BM dotted with CN. So that is 1/9 4 times. If we look back at what we were given, CN is just 1. The length of CN is just 1. So inner product of dot product of CN and CN is just length of CN squared plus 2 times CN dotted with BM is going to be length of CN times length of BM times the angle between these two vectors. So if you look at these vectors, this angle we were given as 63 degrees. This one is 57 degrees. So what's the angle between these two vectors? These two vectors, if we draw them here, it's easier to see the angle between them. So this angle is 60 degrees, which means this angle is also 60 degrees. So this would be twice length of CN times length of BM times cosine of 60 degrees. Although I have the exact same thing here as well, so I'm going to just do that 4 times that. So I'm basically doubling the term right here. And this is plus length of BM squared. And we are almost there. So this is 1/9 4 times. Length of CN is just 1, so that would be just 1. Length of CN is 1. Length of BM is 2, so that would be 8. Cosine of 60 degrees, that's 1/2, plus length of BM is 2, and then square that, we get 4. So this would be 1/9. 4 plus 4 plus 4, that is 12, which is 4/3. And that tells you the length of PQ is equal to 2 over root 3, which is 2 root 3 over 3. And I believe that's what we got with the previous solution as well. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.